Welcome to the Church of Thomas. In the name, 6509. In old times it was discouraged to use a name because it was thought that by using it you would get the attention of whatever it was that you used the name of. Examples of that are Satan, spirits, different deities. Using a name was to get their attention, but it also implied a power over, the ability to call them, to control them, and to make them do what you want. But to do that you had to know their name. I think it's very interesting that our God has no name. I think it represents a very interesting concept that we cannot control God because we literally have no idea how to put a rein on God. We do use the idea for in Jesus' name. This was someone that we actually did have contact with and did learn a name for. I think it should be used carefully and not used frivolously. To invoke someone's name is to imply that you have power over them. You can ask for help, but be careful how you use the idea of bandying about, oh yes, this is God's will, and God wants this, and Jesus wants this, or I'm going to curse you to hell and back because Jesus wants me to. So in Jesus' name I do this. That's wrong. There is something that Jesus did that is in this vein. He used finding out the name of something to drive it out. And because this entity was so fearful of Jesus, the name was forthcoming, and Jesus drove this demon out. The verse is Mark 5:1-10. They went across the lake to the region of Gerasenes. When Jesus got out of the boat, a man with an evil spirit came from the tombs to meet him. This man lived in the tombs, and no one could bind him any more, not even with a chain. For he had often been chained hand and foot, but he tore the chains apart and broke the irons on his feet. No one was strong enough to subdue him. Night and day among the tombs and in the hills, he would cry out and cut himself with the stones. When he saw Jesus from a distance, he ran and fell to his knees in front of him. He shouted at the top of his voice, "What do you want with me, Jesus, Son of the Most High God? Swear to God that you won't torture me." For Jesus had said to him, "Come out of this man, you evil spirit." Then Jesus said, "What is your name?" "My name is Legion," he said, "for we are many." And he begged Jesus again not to send him out of the area. I think this is very interesting because Jesus probably could have done it without knowing this name. But to make the transition more smooth, the name was important. When we use Jesus' name, we need to understand that we're wielding a very powerful sword. Don't do it frivolously, and do it with love. God bless the whole world. No exceptions. Angel Eliza.